Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news cartridge for Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. Welcome back to my show, and today's episode is brought to you by the Sentinels of the Store, the Steam advocacy group that I'm a part of. More information about the Sentinels in today's bonus cartridge and in the description down below. We're getting right into it today with today's top story about a game that I have talked about many times here in the past, Borderlands, specifically Borderlands 2. And in typical fashion, I am back to dispel some rumors and clear up some misinformation surrounding the terms of service. Borderlands 2 is the latest victim of review bombing, a practice of reviewing a game and giving it a negative score because of something related to the game or developer, but not necessarily to the game itself. And a game like Borderlands, the pre-sequel, has had its recent rating dropped to 8% as of the writing of this episode. There's a rumor going around that Borderlands 2 contains spyware of some type. Released on Friday directly onto Steam as a response from Take-Two themselves, clarifying that they do not use spyware. They do collect a variety of information, such as the hardware you're using to play the game, and then some other things that users agree to upon creating a Take-Two account. These are things like your email address, but again, the user agrees upon this when they sign up. So not only is this unwarranted because it's just not true, but the EULA changed back in February, and only now are certain types of people throwing a fit about it. Even the YouTuber that this originates from had made a video roughly 2 months ago, so at best, he got this information when it was 2 months old. One more thing I would like to address is how the modding community has even come out in defense of Take-Two because this is not affecting modding in any way. The EULA wording about modding is specific to multiplayer matches in a competitive sense, and Borderlands 2 is co-op, so nothing about the EULA applies to Borderlands 2 mods if you want to go play with your friends. My final thoughts about this is that while the EULA did change back in February, the core ideas and principles of what is contained in the EULA haven't changed since Borderlands 1. So if you have written a negative review regarding this situation, I would ask you reconsider it now that you have more accurate information. Moving on from our top story, we saw many new games announced this weekend at the Xbox Games Showcase. Games such as Keeper, a magical 3D platformer with whimsical graphics. Grounded 2, with a new trailer featuring a song from Offspring because I'm sure that's all they could afford. Ninja Gaiden 4, looking heavily inspired from games by FromSoft, and I mean that in the best way possible.
Sayori.
There's something I need your help with.
Gears of War Reloaded not only features cross-play with your friends, but also cross-platform progression. Oh my god, I love the look of this next one. Animo is a cute game where you and your companion make your way through a world on an adventure. Ahelion, a platforming puzzle game where you escape a frozen world your ship has crash-landed on. The Blood of Dawnwalker, an action game where you're fighting a cult of vampires where you play a vampire as well. If you're a Persona fan, we have Persona 4 Revival looking spectacular, and I really hope you enjoy this one. And finally we have Resonance, a Plague Tale Legacy, a game set in ancient Roman times where you make your way through a temple, solving puzzles and defeating bosses. Then onto the PC showcase, Wheel World is a downhill biking game with amazing cel-shaded graphics, coming to us on July 23rd. A game where choices matter called Dispatch, where you're playing an operator who sends out superheroes to take care of evil villains. This one is story-driven and looks amazing. a city builder and management game called Stario Heaven Tower, where you build into the sky and manage against natural disasters. The demo for this one is now available, and I've downloaded it and I'm going to give it a try. Finally, we have Ultra Kill Layer 8 Fraud, a low poly game taking you on a journey through a complex world solving puzzles. This is a sequel to Ultra Kill and should be out later this year. Finally, for the showcases, we have a few notable mentions. Pragmata, which looks inspired from games like Death Stranding, Detroit Become Human, and Metal Gear Rising, and this looks absolutely stunning. It's coming in 2026.
What the?
Bypassing first and second firewalls.
Silent Hill F from Konami, and while Konami is known for ruining everything they touch, this doesn't look half bad, and we should keep an eye on it. Ill comes to us from Cloud Inc. and is a zombie survival game, and it looks very reminiscent of games like Resident Evil. It's absolutely terrifying, and this is a game I will never go near. Speaking of Resident Evil, we have Resident Evil Requiem, the latest in the series, and of course, another stunningly beautiful trailer. It looks like Capcom has certainly done it again. The trailer for this one gives me shivers, and it's out February 27th, 2026. A side-scrolling platformer game, Scott Pilgrim EX. To go along with more lore from the movie, it features wonderful pixel graphics and tons of brawling action. The soundtrack is amazing, of course. Looking very much in the style of Cuphead, but a 3D platformer, we have Into the Unwell, with a very 1950s cartoon look. This one's also on my wish list.
Delusional. It won't always be so easy.
Relooted, a side-scrolling parkour game where you play a thief trying to steal back art that was stolen from you and your family.
And we'll let you look into places with the tightest security.
And our final game is Code Vein 2, the sequel to the hit game brought to us by Bandai Namco. Make sure you save the world one more time.
You have the power to change all of this.
We do have some release information, as Hollow Knight Silksong finally has a release date. Maybe. Well, kind of. It has a release window, which is much better than nothing, which is what we had before. It's confirmed to be coming out before the holiday season later this year. The developer has confirmed via Twitter that the game is not tied to a console release like the new Xbox ROG Ally. That brings us to the release of that very piece of hardware, the Xbox ROG Ally, and the ROG Ally X have been announced to us from Asus. Asus stating the Ally is meant for 720p gaming and the Ally X is meant for 900 or 1080p gaming. The specifications for both machines can be seen on your screen right now. Personally, I think this is a great move because it's a good competitor to the Steam Deck, which is going to further handheld computing. Pricing information has yet to be announced. Our final release tease comes to us from none other than Phil Spencer himself, who talked about how 2026 would be a great year for Xbox and Xbox gamers as a new Gears of War, a new Fable, and a new Forza game are all coming. But he also hinted that Xbox would have, quote, the return of a classic that has been with us since the beginning, and many people are suspecting that a new Halo game is on the horizon. Do you think that's what Phil Spencer is talking about? Let me know in the comment section down below. Moving on from there, we have some unfortunate sad news, as the indie developer for the game The Solitude Project has abruptly retired from all projects following his cancer diagnosis. As laid out in a Steam post, he indicated his cancer has spread to his muscles and he is retiring to spend time with his family and loved ones to go travel. To the developer Alan, we wish you the best of luck on all your travels, and everyone, if you can go show him support for his game, please do so. We have another feel-good story, as Steam is hosting a sale for the Whale and Dolphin Conservation, the WDC, and they're calling it the World Ocean Day Charity Sale. A plethora of games are currently on sale, with discounts up to 90% on some games. A portion of all sales go to things like helping clean up old fishing gear out of the UK seas. Links to all of this are in the description down below. For our final topic today, we have something a little weird going on, with Xbox gamers experiencing something possibly a little hopeful. Many gamers are saying they are now seeing their Xbox library show up in their My PC Games list on the Xbox PC app. Unfortunately, you can't really do anything with them at the moment. The app doesn't let you install them. If you combine this information with the accidental release of some mock-up images of a potential new Xbox dashboard by Microsoft, this could mean that some of the rumors I've heard are true, and Xbox could be integrating PC gaming into their console like we've never seen in the past. Longtime viewers of this show have known that I've been a PC gamer for quite some time, but I would love to see more console integration. And the idea of buying an Xbox that basically acts like an all-in-one PC that I could play my Steam games on is kinda cool. I could move that Xbox around my house and watch my media on it, and it could replace my HTPC running my TV. This computer is very limited and it can't really play games. If you have any other thoughts on a potential new Xbox console or anything else in today's episode, I would love to hear what you have to say in the comment section down below. And then, for this week's game releases, yes, we still do this. So for today, June 10th, we have Mind's Eye for PC, PS5, and Xbox, and then Dune Awakening for PS5 and Xbox. For June 11th, we have Stellar Blade for PC. For June 12th, we have Wizards of Legend 2 for PC, PS5, and Xbox. And then finally on June 13th, we have The Alters for PC, PS5, and Xbox. And then Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic for PS5. Thank you, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you next time on Friday. And my wife was talking to me the other day and said, "Are you even listening to me?" And I said, "That's a really weird way to start a conversation." It's just like riding a bike, everybody. I did it. Yay! Another episode. I don't know. This was fun. I hope everybody had a wonderful time. All the links for everything are in the description down below. Click, I don't know, wherever. I don't even know if I can do this anymore. So they'll appear if they can appear. They won't if they won't. Bye! See you on Friday. PS5 and Xbox. And for PS... Damn it. We gotta do this all in one take. That's what makes it funny.